everybody, it is your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed queen. We are here to speak about all things Real Housewives. Real Housewives is Dubai. We're also going to talk shortly or briefly about Kenya more and with my girls, Confessions of Reality Queen. And exactly, Erica, I'm excited about this review. Let's talk about it if I can get my intro to that. All right. Okay, why is this camera showing people shit that they don't need to see? Okay, there you are. It is your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen. Let me put on my shades over here because we're about to be shady in a fun way. We always have fun on this platform. And I am adding to the stage Confessions. Hi, girl. Exactly, Erica.
Hey, everyone.
Well, I don't know whether everyone is, but because it's
when they watch our replay, that's everyone. Okay, that's everyone. Okay. Don't play up in here.
Yeah. I was talking to Confessions and I said, let's talk briefly about Kenya Moore, and you're a lawyer. I want to hear about your approach on her, because this is what I hate. Because she had an opportunity to go out here and just promote your business. Stop the nonsense. Promote your business, okay? And I'm going to talk about other things about her business because the streets are saying this is not her area. This is a content creator space where you wanna create content. She has space for you to do that. But that aside, why do you want to bring this nonsense to Bravo is such a big platform? Why do you want to do that, Erica? Is this a legal issue? What do you have to say about that, our lawyer friend?
Well, I would say that, I haven't looked at the statute for Georgia, but they may consider, I have heard people talking that it could be considered revenge porn. There are some things where some people are saying, I don't know if it's Kenya or whoever, that these photos or whatever was already out there. So it was already in the public domain. But that being said, based on what I've heard about the whole setup and how she showed the pictures, if it's not revenge porn, it at a minimum probably would be sexual harassment at your workplace. Like, it is kind of over the top. And I think that is why, because of some of the workplace issues, that is probably also why Bravo doesn't want them to talk to Kenya while she's on break, whatever.
Is it a combination of what Andy has been accused of? Okay, he's been accused of intoxicating other girls, or treating them in an inappropriate way. All right, because when I go to my workplace, I don't expect that nonsense. I come, I'm doing my job, pay me my check, I'm going home. Whatever I do outside of this area, because I don't understand, what does it have to do with anything?
Well, I think with reality TV, I guess they do give them a wide breadth because, there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of different things that happen. But I think because of the nature of what she actually did, so because it was a photo, because it was sexually explicit, I think there are other things that come into play that go above and beyond what we expect typically of the Housewives. So I think that's why I think Bravo is trying to investigate, especially if what's the girl's name? Kelly, especially if Kelly or Brittany or whatever the girl.
Brittany,
especially if she filed some sort of complaint against Kenya. So then they have to, as Kenya's employer, investigate and find out, and make a decision. Because at some point, if you go into some place and someone is showing these explicit pictures of you, then that would now be considered some sort of sexual harassment, some sort of hostile work environment. Like, it's just too much. So I think Bravo has been under fire a lot lately. I think I'm trying to recall. I think they dropped those issues with Andy, but it's like you still have to be careful in how you're handling people at the workplace. So, and especially since it's not like this happened in somebody's home. It happened, during work hours at her business, so it's a lot.
So, Precious, what are your thoughts on that?
I'll be right back. I'll not give.
Okay. While she's coming back, the question I have for you is, so what do you do? I mean, I don't want to work in an environment where I don't know what is going to come, from. I understand that, in a reality show, but then again, this is stuff that I did so many years ago. It's what I'm, and even if it's what I'm doing, is it supposed to be aired just because I'm on Confessions? Do you wanna say something about that?
Okay, where were we at? I'm sorry, had to get someone out my house.
Kenya Moore on her grand opening, she decided.
Oh, the whole entire thing. Period. First of all, did we ever find out for sure if it was from OnlyFans or if it was AI? Or what was it? Because
she has already she did not dispute it. She came on live 6 p.m. She did not dispute
and didn't say nothing that she should have said.
No, so
nothing that we wanted to hear.
Right.
Something she could have kept. Like, girl, you know what we came to hear, and you want to give us this dry shit?
She talk about single mom. I'm not here to talk about your single momness. I know you're a single mom. Stop the shit. All right, I'm not here to talk about don't bring people down on their business.
That's anytime she into something, she want to bring up being a mama.
What?
Every single time.
And how dare she talk about don't bring down black people? She's been bringing down black women.
Black woman card.
Shit. Go ahead, Confessions. Go ahead.
That's why they don't believe us now, because you always want to use the black card, you want to use the mama card. It's like these are the situations that makes it hard for society to want to believe black women in general, period. Like, you have, and I just don't understand, like, girl, this type of circle, you are Kenya Moore. You run in many circles with many different people who have and wear many different titles. You mean to tell me through all of this, and I'm sure you've thought about it for a long time before you actually did this, you didn't run this by nobody and nobody was like, girl, don't do that. That's 5 to 10. You got a homie that always will let you know. Black people always know how much time you gonna get when you do something wrong and everything. You ain't have no friends to tell you, girl, this ain't what you want, boo-boo.
I don't think she did take the time to really think about it, because I think she probably, because they were talking about doing an upheaval on the cast and they were going to totally revamp it. I think she thought this would be a good way for her to have drama and secure her space. And I don't think she thought that it would go against her, or maybe she didn't really, I don't know, because were they filming? Like, yeah. I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't know why she thought that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure why she didn't think it wouldn't be a problem or it wouldn't work out, or I don't know.
I think that it is the way you do business. All right. If you are a malicious person, you're going to continue to be a malicious person. If you're a nasty person, you're going to continue to be a nasty person, and it's going to catch up with you. She has been very nasty, and for her to come and talk about black single women putting down black, you put down Cherie down with her business. So stop this nonsense of saying, I'm a single mom. Cherie is also a single mom, taking care of 3 kids. You're only taking care of 1. Okay, so I have no sympathy about the situation, because you know what, when they say that you don't teach your kids, the world is gonna teach the kids
Oh,
about the
definitely.
situation. It
Definitely.
doesn't matter whether they are 20, 40, 45. This is where we are at. But final thoughts on Kenya More so that we can go to Dubai.
She said she's still here to stay. She ain't going nowhere. She can't
Well,
be stopped.
nobody's
She
taking
can't go life.
nobody's taking her out of Atlanta. You know, she can be here to stay. She's not going to Africa. She can still be here to stay.
Look, I just want to know is how it's gonna go. How is it going to be presented to us when it comes to be shown? Everything that has been talked about better be in this whole entire scene and drama when they come show this goddamn situation. Because I guarantee you now, this is what the whole entire broadband of the season is going to be.
See,
No.
I don't think so. I think they're
No.
gonna, like, if she's on pause, I think they might
She's
fire
on
her,
pause.
or at least
She's on
do like
pause.
they did with Dorinda and give her a break.
Mhm.
Like I
That's
don't,
what I'm
I,
saying. But
because
this
they
whole
just
thing is gonna be
started
the whole
filming,
thing
so
off.
I think they're just gonna cut her out the season.
Yes.
Now,
And that's
now if
that's
they
what-
do that, ooh, that's even.
what
colder.
that I watched Kempire, and Kempire, that's what he said. They're like, you know what? They're just starting filming. They can just edit her out.
Well, if they
Right,
just
exactly. I was watching him too, and so
He
and I
did.
totally agree, because I'm like, I think right now they barely got the they barely
Okay.
got the. Can you hear me?
Hey, KK, hey, baby.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. They barely got the season going, so now I feel like, okay, they finally started filming. They finally figured out who they want, and now this, and they already had low ratings last season. Portia can't film in her house or in her car. So, I mean, this might really,
You
they
know
might
what?
pause,
You know, without
they might
Bravo
end up
headquarters
pausing
in a
filming
minute.
altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a
You
lot.
know what? I feel some type of way because Nini really should have been part and parcel of Real Housewives of Atlanta, just like the way Teresa from Real House of New Jersey is. Okay,
Mhm.
just like the way where in New York City they took out everybody else, but they knew who the cast the real cast member was,
Mhm.
right? And I get the Bravo people don't like Nini. I get that, but you cannot just dismiss her quality, her what she brings to the table. Nini Leakes is Real Housewives of Atlanta. Whether you like it or not, she remains Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I was watching, Don Lemon, and he was interviewing Jason Lee, and Jason Lee was like, you know what, I don't care about anything else that Andy is being accused of. I just don't like the way he has destroyed Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Mm. Mm.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Dubai has been pretty good so far, but I feel like all the franchises are getting to a point of struggle.
Well, how come? What do you mean all the franchises?
I feel like, I'm a few episodes behind, or I'm several episodes behind on New Jersey, but New Jersey isn't going to be getting a reunion this year because that cast can't get along. They totally had to add an entire new cast to New York.
No.
But I'm loving the
No.
New York cast, though.
No,
but I
Real
love
Housewives of New Jersey has nothing to do with New York.
I'm saying that they're not doing. That's what they've said, that they're not going to film a reunion.
Right,
So-
because they already talked about everything else. And Andy, we have to acknowledge that he has his favorite people. He has his favorite Real Housewives. So if he wants to put you out on a good light, it doesn't matter if there's a reunion, whether it's gonna be a reunion or not.
But my point is, it does matter, because that's what happened with New York. They didn't have a reunion, and then they kicked everybody to the curb and got a new cast. Then Miami went on break for 5 years, and now they're on Peacock. So it's definitely
they're back on what you call it now. They were back this last season. They ended up coming back though. I don't like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're on Peacock, but they're not actually on Bravo, right? Aren't they just on Peacock?
They came back on last season. They came back on Bravo.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think all of the franchises are kind of struggling. So, you know.
Well, here's the thing. Look how long this show has been going. This started with Real Housewives of OC, and we are just about approaching its 20th season, just about damn near. It's been going on forever. The formula is getting old. We've learned the formula by now. It's just time for a real shakeup, or it's just time to put it down, give it a rest or something. But I think that's kind of how it is with the Housewives. You know, you can give Dorinda a pause for a minute, maybe, and you know, it's time for her to come back. You can give Nene a pause, but I feel like it's time for Nene to come back. When Nene left, I was so goddamn happy. But now I'm like, I need my Nene back. I just needed a break from her.
Well, now I think part of it too,
her some more.
I think part of it too, though, is, and I think we're seeing that with the Dubai season and definitely with New Jersey. At a certain point, if the people don't genuinely build friendships, then, you know what I mean? How many years are you going to pretend and keep hanging out with people for a check? So I think that is part of the issue. So as people diverge and you're on this team or that team, and there's no way to have that happy, you know, come together at the reunion, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's the point. Like if you're saying, all right, we're not going to square, we're not going to settle anything at the reunion, we all hate each other, then that does beg the question, who is going to film with each other next year? Like if we're talking New Jersey. And that's kind of how it was with New York. It's like, okay, if Ramona is actually really saying these racist things against Ebony, like where are we going to go with this next season? How are we going to, and she's not going to come back from this. So where are we going to go? And especially as ratings are dropping. So, you know, so I don't know with Atlanta because they already had a low season. So now there's enough drama, but I don't know if they're going to want to risk the legal liability of actually filming it. So,
yeah, but could that have anything? Could that be up to Brittany since this is her situation? She's basically the victim. Could she have a say so in this? Like, if she said if it was okay, could there be any legal repercussions then?
I mean, I would assume if she signed some sort of agreement and agreed, okay, I'm not going to sue you later, you know, like either a non, you know,
I want her to sue. I want her to sue her just so.
I mean, oh goodness!
Just because she's been playing dirty.
I mean, because that's the thing. It's like, because I assume Brittany is going to be like, are you really going to still want to come back and film with that person? And even if you do, then how thirsty are you to be on the show? You know what I mean? Like, I think I would kind of be like, okay, you're going to, you know, be filming with someone that put up porno pictures of you in their business. Like, it doesn't really make sense.
You don't even want her and the newbie both went on that video that they had. Neither of them want to be a part of the show no more.
I saw that. I
thought they were totally just joking. I saw that too. I thought they were joking. I feel like they need that money. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not okay, but I feel like,
I mean,
whatever check they get, and I think they want it.
Well,
the same way.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd want it, but after that shit, I would see if that Brittany could be telling the truth because this happened to her. The other one, of course, she would want to check, and maybe she could just be jumping on the bandwagon because she see where it's hot right now, and she the newbie, so let me get in where I fit in. But for Brittany, I feel like this is serious for her. But we will see. Will she?
It is serious, but I think I don't know. They're kind of laughing and stuff. I think, girl, until they took Candace and announced I'm not coming back. Shoot, you can say what you want to on Instagram, but until you let Andy know, girl, you trying to catch that check. You trying to get his
contract is a contract. And a contract is a contract. So hey, we shall see.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So let's go back to Real Housewives of Dubai, guys.
Yes.
Ooh la la.
I enjoyed the first season of Real Housewives of Dubai. I'm enjoying so much more Real House of Dubai. All right, we see, in the first season of the first episode, Ayan meets with Stanberry. Stanberry is a girl who's been brought up in riches. She was brought up in England. She has the money. She has old money. She is married to a Spanish young guy. Okay, very different from the ex husband that she was married to. He is very emotional, very aware of his emotions, right? And so we see Stanberry is kind of developing a relationship with Ayan, all right? And Ayan, in the first episode, we see Ayan is like confronting Sarah. Confessions, go ahead.
Look, Ayana, first of all, I like Ayana and I like Sarah. They're both good people. And I love Sarah here because I feel like Sarah is like a calming, just a calming to the whole entire thing. And I'm really not understanding what the big situation really is. First of all,
I'll tell you. I'll wait a minute. I'm gonna cut you short, and I'm gonna tell you what the beef is. Because this is a girl. She's Somalia. Most of the Somalian people are refugees in my country, Kenya. While they are still refugees in my country, Kenya, we don't carry on their traditions. They carry on their traditions. One of their traditions was circumcise females. And while she was in Kenya, they ran away from a war. They came to Kenya as refugees. But while they were in Kenya, she was circumcised to come down. Some of this circumcision of women is like, you know what, this is going to help you so that you don't have to want men. All right. Now, if this is a particular tribe, okay, this is a particular tribe. Hold on, let me add Erica. Okay, this is we're talking about Ayan and circumcision and FGMI, and I'm explaining to Confessions that I am Kenyan. She is a refugee who came to Kenya as a refugee. We have so many of them, Somalis, so many of them in Kenya, who come and land in Kenya, and then they get out of Kenya. They go to America, they go to wherever. First world countries, they do that. But while they're in Kenya, they also have their traditions. And this is what she's talking about. And I have to say this, it's not just the Somalis, we also have Kenyans, tribes, because we have 42 plus tribes who go through that shit. Okay. And so I am glad that she's talking about it. I am sorry that, I understand the weight. That what are you talking about? What are you talking about on national television about you being circumcised, about your aunties? We respect aunties so much. So when you're trying to bring aunties in a negative situation, you can be disowned. by the whole family. What are you talking about? You're supposed to be putting us on the national television as on. Yeah. So go ahead, Confessions.
So yeah, so I don't understand the big deal of them thinking that this isn't a big deal for her. I feel that they want to constantly use that against her for what she is feeling. You know what I'm saying? They want to constantly, every time she mentions it, I feel that they giving the side. So Stanberry really is giving the side eye, like, why you got to bring that up? And so I just feel that I love the fact that she is being open and talking about it and everything, but I feel like they could give her a little bit more grace with it. That's all.
I agree with that. I also think that there's more to Africans than the sufferings, right?
Absolutely. That's all. That's
talk about. Yeah. Like every time the first time I came to America, everybody's asking, do you have elephants on the streets? Do you have the stupid nonsense questions? They keep asking me. There's more to Africa than being circumcised at you. I hate that we have to go to that for people to relate or to have sympathy. You know what I mean? Like, she's a beautiful woman. She is so tall. She's a model. She should have her own company. She should have her own beauty care or shit like that. I don't need sympathy from anybody to make me succeed in whatever I'm doing.
Absolutely.
And I feel like many African people come here. Oh, we are very poor. We are very poor. So we want, I want you to sympathize with me. Oh, we are very poor. Oh my gosh, I was circumcised. At a very young age. Oh, my aunties, nobody talks to me anymore. I hate that sympathy. Respect.
So you don't let me explain. So you don't like the way that Ayan is playing on this?
No, I don't like it. I really respect Stanberry. I really respect Stanberry. Stanberry is standing on business. Okay. Don't sympathize with me. Respect me. Respect me. I have had enough of this nonsense. No, you cannot do both. You gotta have to choose a side. I've had enough of her acting like Africans. First of all, she's Somali. She's a refugee. She came to Kenya. Okay? Kenyans speak English. Very eloquent. We might have an accent, like I have an accent, but I was brought up in a village. We were taught in English. Swahili is a national language. I don't want anybody to sympathize with me. Oh, she's African. I don't want sympathy. I feel like she really wants sympathy.
Okay.
And this is a problem I have with it. She has such a big platform. Why do you want sympathy? Why don't you want to encourage people? Like, I'm a bitch.
See, all this time I just thought she was just being extra with it, but she really thinks she deserves all this sympathy?
Yeah. She should be the bitch.
I think she deserves it.
Go ahead, Erica.
To me, I think that her issue with Sarah is, you took me to this therapist. I opened up on, and I do agree. I don't think she intended. I think, she just wanted to be like this fashion model, on the Real Housewives. I don't think she wanted to be the spokesperson for this particular issue, to be honest. And even though she is, I think Sarah's point was like, just because you've been victimized doesn't mean you can be mean to people. And while I understand that that's the case, I think that is something to say out there crazy about someone you would consider a friend after she trusted you and opened up about a time when she actually was victimized.
Right.
So I don't think it's right to be like saying she's playing a victim when she actually is a victim. I mean, or was, or whatever, like she's recovering or whatever. But it's like clearly it was a trauma that she hadn't really all the way dealt with. So not saying anybody should feel sorry for her or she's not looking for cash apps. But I think that being said, does that mean she hasn't been traumatized? And I think she has.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I would have hoped for her to come out as an African woman, strong woman. I went through A, B, C, and D, and I'm here standing.
I see both sides of this, but
Okay.
then you think of this. You can't, tell someone else how to heal from their own trauma, or, because we can take it from a whole new different way, because things that have happened to me in my life, in my head, I'll look at the same person who's gone through the same thing that I went through, and I'll be like, okay, it ain't that serious. But I say it to myself, because even though I've been through it, I dealt with it a different way, and maybe, and they got to deal with it a different way, because everybody's mindset is different, especially when you're going through something at a certain specific time. Your mindset is different, and you just don't know. People have trauma at different ages, and they never heal from that. People are stuck at the same age they had their trauma at. So sometimes you have to take that into consideration too, because if they're stuck if they're at the age where they were stuck in the trauma, so yeah, they're going to constantly bring it up, because that's the state that they're still in.
And also, Maud, I think it's different to say that she wants sympathy from everyone, or that she expects her friends not to talk mess in the blogs. I mean, it's one thing to say, oh, I want people to feel sorry for me. It's another thing for her to be like, okay, wait, I shared something deep with you, and now you're out here saying this. Like, I think this goes beyond just, I want everybody to feel sorry for me. I think that she's doing what she can to kind of be public and spoken about her trauma, but I think she does have a legitimate bone to pick with Sarah, because it's like, why would you even say that?
I agree.
You call yourself queen of spirituality. You sitting in here, doing something spiritual every week with somebody different, and then you out in the blogs being shady just like any other housewife. So
yeah, her shadiness in the blogs, I do not like. That is,
I agree.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, Maud. Like, I want her to be as strong, and I think she does come off as strong. Like, I'm not clear if she's buying the gowns or renting them, but it's fine. I think mostly she is coming off strong, and that's fine. And she don't have to tell me. I don't need to know. I just like her looks, and keep bringing them, girl.
Keep doing what you do, baby. Keep doing what you do.
Keep bringing them.
Yo, let's get to that conversation, because that's the conversation they had with Sarah. And Sarah is saying, you need to buy your own clothes. And Yan is saying, like, what about you? Check your soul. Okay.
I about fell out.
I totally agree with her. Check your soul, Sarah, because you doing a lot right now.
Yo, check your soul.
I like her though, but I still like her though, but she is doing a lot.
I like Sarah. I like Sarah, because even in the next episode, you can see her trying to say, don't say these things about this person. Don't say this. Let's talk about Brooks, because Brooks is confusing me. Why is she the one who's most offended about the vagina than her friend's vagina?
That's a very good question. Vagina is the topic, isn't it?
Vagina has been the topic. I'm like, why is it such a big deal with Brooks that it is with the girl who has so much money?
I don't get it. That I do not get. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this.
Well, what I think about it is this: is Brooks is bringing this person. I'm presuming by the way they're showing it on the screen that this woman is her actual friend. So I bring my friend on there, and then you dog my friend then of course I'm going to stand up for my friend. Now, can I be held responsible if my friend wants to be liked and wants to get another season so bad that she kisses your booty? No, I'm still not going to be fake. You're not going to dog my friend.
I know that's right.
So, I mean, I'm not clear why, because then when her friend and her, you know, what's her name? Trina? What's the girl's name?
Tina.
Yeah.
Trini? Okay, so Trini, I think she's kissing Caroline's butt.
Wait a minute. You mean
Yeah.
the new girl?
Yeah.
Kylie,
I think she would be mad. I think she would still be mad if this was her second season. But I think
I think that.
Because you're not gonna be talking about all of this, and I'm gonna invite you to my house to dog me in person. No, but I want to film every episode I can. I want everybody to see my money and my husband. So we can let it go. So, you know, I think it's early enough. She's just trying to see if she can get a second season.
Get in where you fit in, baby.
Right. I'm trying to think. When I look at the cast, I don't think they didn't cut nobody. So since she's like, okay, maybe if I get along with everybody, I'll come back next season. So, because I think she would still be mad. I don't think.
You have to remember, her parents are business people. They know how the business, you know, how it does, right? So they have been, you know, encouraging her on stuff that she needs to do. I like her though. I like her.
Yes, I like her.
I like the parents too. I don't understand what's Brooke's problem. What is Brooke's problem? I feel like
Brooks need a vacation and maybe a 2-drink minimum, and she needs some woosah. She need a vacation. I don't know. Brooks might have a moment.
A calming oil. She needs a calming oil.
She might have a moment by the end of the season.
I mean, I think Caroline had a point. Like, they both are drunk together. That's why the girl fell on her butt behind to begin with. So I guess it's too early. It's only the second episode. But if they're getting toasted every episode by the end of the season, it is going to be a problem.
It's a problem.
You know, especially you married and everything. Like, Brooks is okay. She's single. All she needs is somebody to take care of her, the kids, and she can stay out. But that girl gave up her whole singing career to be with her husband. So you better come home sober, I would think.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Ayan coming with a Christmas candle? I'm like,
that she re-gifted.
I'm like,
so thank you.
They need to say it was a re-gift because I didn't see nobody else bring nothing. So that's better than what the other people did.
Boom.
I mean, right? You could bring some wine or something. She's the only one who thought to. That's the one thing I like about Ayan. Every little place she goes, she'll bring you a goat. She'll bring you a pineapple. Bring you a candle. Yes, she brings gifts.
She'll bring you a pencil. She ain't coming empty-handed.
Thank you. So I like that because I was like, yeah, wait a minute, Ma, that's everybody's culture. That's Black people. When you go to somebody's house or whatever, you're supposed to bring a gift. You're supposed to bring something. You don't show up with nothing. Usually it's a bottle of wine or something, but you don't just show up and you don't have anything. That's trifling.
No. I don't know about that because I've not seen anybody else bringing shit apart from my African girl.
Well, you better get the motherfuckers in line and tell them what's going on because they ain't doing right. They ain't doing right. You guys always come with something. See, there's sometimes I'll buy something, just be like, okay, something to take one day. There's gonna be something to take one day. Like, okay, I'm gonna go see mine soon. Okay, let me get something that I'm gonna have on reserve for mine. You know, it's just an offering. Thank you for inviting me to your home, your event, into your life. Thank you. Peace offering.
Okay. Let's talk about Stanberry.
Wait a minute, one second. I will say this though about bringing a gift. So I want to see what you think about this confession. Now I do feel a ways if I bring like a good bottle of wine and then they kind of don't open it and put it to the back.
Let me.
be the main one trying to well, if you're not gonna drink it, boo, then let me just walk it back to where it came from. Because you're not gonna put the good stuff in the back. And now I done brought some good drinks and I gotta drink this Smirnoff.
This is
not on my watch.
This is what's happening.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait
I
a minute.
can't mix this with that. Let me get some of that I don't brung in. Now it's at least already open because I'm at least
exactly. I'm gonna get one. Exactly. I'm getting one good drink. You're not gonna give me no Absolute, no Smirnoff, no.
See, I go with
no wine cooler, and thank you. And I done spent some money on some good vodka, some Grey Goose.
I'm bringing whatever you drink, and I'm bringing. And I'm
okay, now I'm
bring what you want for you, and I'm bringing what I want for me. I do that.
Now I'm feeling offended because I love Absolute. I love Absolute. I also don't have to open the shit that you bring to my house. Okay.
You're right, you don't have to, but if you wonder why it comes up missing, that's because it's back at my house. That's
That's how it's going.
Because if it ain't been open, it's going to tiptoe its way back to Erica's home where it can be appreciated.
Ain't no open container. I won't. Hey, I'm about to go home and crack it open. Actually, I'm about to finish the party, or might call my other people over who
so I have to open it.
Right, and we're about to get it cracking. Okay.
Wait a minute. So if you bring something, I have to open it.
I mean, especially if it's alcohol. No, and okay, I'll give you this.
You gotta open something that's equally as good.
Thank you. Don't be serving no cheap well drinks, and I bring top shelf.
If I bring
now I gotta drink Vaseline because my real liquor is back there in the back. No. Not today.
But
and that will be the last time I bring something to your ass too.
But wait a minute.
Time I even come to minute. How you
after that, all your wine is going to be from Trader Joe's because I am not going to do it.
Wait.
Or off that $5 being in the liquor store. Don't play with me.
Holy shit.
$5 out the door. $5 out the door.
Thank you. Don't make me start buying alcohol from Aldi's in the dollar store. You need to treat my alcohol with respect. That's all.
I'll be grabbing that Sutter home right next to the brownie mix at Family Dollar.
Exactly. And then you don't have to open it. You don't have to do nothing. But if I go out all out and get something nice, something special, something you're not used to, something from a specific area in France, I expect you to open it. I am sorry.
Hospitality.
I'm confused because I like vodka. And
Erica, she's still stuck on the vodka.
Okay, Rod. I'm a vodka drinker too. But girl, you have to graduate from Absolute. I'll email you something in a private chat.
No, you don't like Absolute?
I mean, it's better than Smirnoff. But as you get better, you can just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Your taste buds get better.
As you mature, you don't want to have that drink burning in your chest. You just want it to be smooth.
Yeah, you want it to smooth. You ain't trying to wake up with that hangover.
Exactly. You're not trying to wake up with a headache. You just want to be good, go to sleep, and wake up, and
you don't want to have
do what you got to do
to make you not have a hangover and shit like that. You want to be able to drink your drink and be able to
I did not know there was anything else better. Go ahead.
Yes. All right. Enough about party gifts. I just wanted to put that out there. So that's why if you bring something like a Christmas candle, ain't nobody expecting it back. You don't have to light it if you don't want to. I've done my duty. So thank you.
You get something practical. Yes, practical is the way to go.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You can bring a plant, then don't nobody expect a plant back. I bring you a cactus or something, it's fine. You don't have to do nothing. But if I bring you some good liquor, I do have expectations. That's just me.
Yes. You
Oh,
better
yes.
do something
Shit.
equally as good
Y'all
or
are
better
getting-
if you ain't opening this. You see
Exactly.
my taste,
Exactly.
give me my taste. That's what I
Exactly.
came for.
Exactly.
Or if that's not
Exactly.
the case, you know I don't like this. I brought what I do like. Open this bitch.
Exactly. Exactly. Open it and mix it. And personally, for me, at least mix it with the Simply lemonade. I'm not akin to a cheap lemonade, really, but I won't hold that against anybody.
No.
I'm just saying.
So are
Sometimes you
telling me-
gotta bring your own mixer too. You know, sometimes you gotta bring your own mixer just to make sure it goes right. But
So are you telling me? So are you telling me that the Americans, if I invite Americans and they bring their own drinks, I'm supposed to be serving them the drink they brought to my
If
place?
your shit ain't good,
or something of equal value. Like if let's say I bring Grey Goose, you can serve me Tito's or something.
it's
And I guess because it's you, Mod, I'll let you go with some Absolute. But if I see some Smirnoff vodka and I done spent $30, we gonna have a problem. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Same price
Exactly.
range.
Yeah, wait a
Same
minute.
price range.
Wait a minute.
I mean, I'll let you go. Absolute's not bad. Svedka, that's a cheap vodka.
That's what I'm asking.
Vodka is actually cheap, but very good and very smooth. So I'll let people go with the Svedka. If you give me any vodka that burns my chest, I'm taking my bottle with me. I'm going to tell you that right now because my bottles don't be burning. So there's that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But if you can ever go wrong, simply offer just ask the person, like, what you want? You here? Thanks for coming. What you want to drink? I mean, you ain't working on one bottle issue. Who do that anymore?
Right.
This is full of shit. I cannot believe she said that.
That's how it is, baby. That's how the cookie crumbles. You got to know. That's how we do up in here. It's etiquette.
Because I've had to sneak a bag of liquor out of a party before. So I'm just telling people so they won't be surprised.
So you're telling me that Absolute is shit?
I mean, it's not shit. I'll let you slide with Absolute. I haven't had Absolute in so many years. I assume that they've perfected.
Let me talk
maybe.
to my mom. I'll be right.
No problem. I assume they perfected the recipe. I haven't had it in a lot of years. So when I did have
You just told me
it wasn't as bad as Smirnoff. I said I would let you slide with Absolute because we're friends and you like it. But any other time, I would be looking at somebody like, okay, we are grown-ups. We're not in college. We can graduate from Absolute. That's what I would think. But if you like it, Absolute, I have tried. Svedka is a good cheap vodka. So, and I like Svedka. I've had it, and it's pretty good. And it's about that same Absolute price range, I think. So it's tasty, and it's smooth. So I'm not saying that it has to be famous. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be Ciroc or anything. But I'm just saying that if I bring that Don Julio tequila or whatever, then you can't come out with no cheap stuff to mix my margarita. That's all I'm saying.
Holy shit. Okay, so talk to me about.
Okay, let's move on. Yes.
Talk to me about why is it that Brooke has an issue and not the new girl?
Well, I think the new girl would have an issue, but I think she just wants to be accepted and liked otherwise. Because you know how it is when you're new, you kind of have to, take it.
Okay.
You know, in the words of Diddy, take it, take that, take that. You got to take it. And if you want to be new, get another 7.
I asked Erica that, why is it that what was the question?
I'm not gonna blame it on the Absolute. However,
shut up!
Point taken.
Woo! I'm just saying, you you was drinking some Grey Goose or something, you be remembering your questions. That's all I'm gonna tell you right there. I'm just gonna leave. I will leave it right there. We'll leave it right there.
Prime example.
Right. Now her question was if she's basically going back to why is Brooks more upset than the new girl? I think the new girl is tight with Brooks. It is kind of an embarrassing thing. I think the new girl would still be mad if she wasn't the new girl. I think she just wants Caroline to like her.
Yeah.
Caroline is rich. She, this is Caroline's second, at least that I know about, at least her second reality show. So her second, series or whatever. So she has a following, I think she just wants to make sure she can suck up. And then Brooks made the question, said something about, she's trying to be Mrs. President or something. So I don't know if that means that her husband actually is trying to run for something. But if so, then she's trying to be in the mix and getting exposure, and she can't afford to really be beefing with anybody.
That's true. But yeah, I believe that she just don't want to ruffle no feathers. When you're a newbie coming in, when you're the rookie, it's usually that you got to pay the dues to be in the drama and have all the ratchetness of the whole debaucheryness of it all your first season. That's how you usually pay your due. And however you do, you can come back for another season and you may not have to deal with that type of drama. But everyone has to pay their due. So for her, she's not trying to get into anything. She just trying to lay low and stay cool. So hopefully that she still will be able to come back. Because if you're not interesting, you at least better be nice. Because you can't be boring and a bitch. It just won't go.
I agree.
And maybe she wants them to let it die down. You know what I mean? Because if she was like that, and obviously it was during the concert, so they weren't filming or whatever. So there's no footage of her spread eagle for them to keep replaying. So maybe she's just kind of like, okay, I've embarrassed myself enough. I'm trying to be that cool girl that gets drunk but has a family. So maybe she just wants to move, to let it go, so they'll stop talking about it too. I don't know.
Can somebody talk to me about Sanjo, crying or tearing up when the wife is saying, I'm gonna go to America, and he's like, I'm not allowed to come over here, and she's tearing. I'm like, I don't want that kind of a guy. I don't want to be married to that kind of a person.
Well, I mean, I get that he doesn't want her to go, but I agree with him, because if you know,
right, but you don't have to cry.
If you know how you got somebody, and I don't know because I didn't watch the other TV series or whatever, but her first husband was an investment banker, so he had real money. So I don't even know if in England she grew up with old money or she married into it. So if she married into it, and that's how she's been set for life, and now she was
already in the kingdom of all those people, and then she married somebody who had money,
right? So I don't know. I mean, I can see where you would be like, okay, now here I am, and I'm just your boy toy. And you're going on a trip with the money bag yo, then yeah, I would be like, okay, no.
I would feel some type of way, but as a man, I probably would not have expressed it.
Right.
For everyone to see, but he's allowed to cry and have his own feelings. I mean, whatever, how he feeling.
How about Brooke? Can we talk about Brooke? I don't understand what her issue is.
What you mean? Let's talk about her.
What's her issue with Stanberry? She seems to be catching feels way more than the new girl.
Yeah, I don't know. And someone, who was it who said it in one of their confessionals? Brooks is just going through a lot right now. and she is trying to take it out and get it out whichever way she can. And so she's overhyping maybe a lot of things because she's dealing with a lot of things and she's not dealing with it properly. That's the only thing I can think of. And plus, if she's talking about the drinking thing, you add that on. But whatever it is, girl, get it together.
Get it together, because it doesn't make sense. Like she's coming up with accusations. Now, when Dubai started, I did not care for Stanberry, but then she's making me feel like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I get what you're saying, but I just hope that throughout the season it doesn't depict her, that this isn't going to be the line of she's miserable and drunk. I just don't want that to be the setup.
I did watch an interview. I watched an interview with Alia, and she was talking to somebody to talk about how special the relationship she has had with Lisa, and she's talking about, this is my sister, is my family. You're gonna have to wait and see how that goes.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I need more on that before I can make an assessment, really.
Wait, are you talking about, you said on Ayan and Lisa? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do you feel that Lisa has an issue with Ayan becoming closer to Stanberry?
Yes. No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Again, I don't want to speak too soon. So I don't know.
Because to me, I have a relationship with Confessions. All right? I don't care who she becomes friends with. I have a relationship with her.
Not everyone thinks like you might, though.
Yeah, and especially if, like, how you have a relationship with someone and then with both people, and then they either, and they don't get along and they don't like each other. And so then eventually it's going to probably come to a point where you are going to have to make a choice if they get into it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, well, whose side
I don't like
are
that.
you going to take?
I feel like you can be mature enough to not. I feel that if each friend are stable and secure within their relationship with her, then that's where it shouldn't be a problem, unless there is insecurity and jealousy. And it definitely shouldn't be put on her to have to decide, because these grown bitches shouldn't need to be grown bitches. If y'all want me in my life, if y'all want me in y'all life, figure that shit out.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
I agree, but then I do feel like, okay, if, for example, Ayan was upset with Sarah, so when she was talking to Stanberry was like, no, you're right. She should not have said those things to you. So I do think, depending on the scenario, there's going to come a time where if someone does something to the other, then either you're going to side with your ride or die, or you're going to be like, that was wrong.
It can happen. Definitely can happen.
You know what I mean? But I agree. I don't think you should have to make a choice, but I just think the way things work is, because it seems like she's trying to bring Stanberry and Lisa together. But I don't know.
So you think like it may be inevitable?
Well, Stanberry has a way of talking to people that's kind of condescending. So I feel like
absolutely
she does have a way where people are like, wait, who she thinks she is? So I think Ayan is starting to kind of get her wry, sort of dry British humor or whatever, but I think definitely last season, Stanbury said some stuff that was kind of offensive to Lisa. So, and then the same way she coming in this season talking about the girl spreading her legs. So she does have a way of saying slick stuff and acting like, oh, it was a joke. So I can see where after a while you're going to look at your friend and be like, do you have my back or not? So, but we'll see. I mean, I think we'll see. We'll have to see over time, and we'll have to see what happens. But I think Stanbury is likely to do that.
I think that's right.
I think that's the cultural differences, right? So the Americans have a cultural difference from the Britons. She's from Britain, born and raised in the money.
Well, sort of. I mean, I think Stanbury has a way of saying things that, like people say, ha ha, laughing but very serious. That's how she is. So she says stuff to be funny, but you still know it's a dig. Like nobody's stupid.
Condescending, very condescending.
So they'll be like, oh, it's a joke, but she's still calling you a hoe. You know what I mean?
I say, oh, you pretty bitch, but she said bitch,
Right, you know what I mean? Like
I get it.
Yeah, because when she was talking about Lisa and something at the party last year, I forgot what she said, but it was like crazy. It was like, no, we're not trying to get with Sergio. Like, what are you talking about? And she would try to make it seem like it's funny, just to kind of be able to say something slick. The same way, for example, the same way on Atlanta, they'll say something shady. It might be so funny and it might be great in the confessional, but it's still mean, it's still trifling, and you still gonna respond.
Right.
So what do you think about, her talking about, what's her name? Well, let's talk about Brooks and her drinking, and she doesn't remember anything that she said.
I mean, that's a great scapegoat to be able to blame the drinking on someone. I mean, blame it on the alcohol.
Is she going through trouble? Is she going through situations that, what? I just want to numb myself from situations.
People do that.
Yeah, I'm not clear on that situation, because to me, I'm like, I know you want your business to succeed. I know you want to work a lot of hours, but it's also not your money. So why is it, you know what I mean? Like, why can't you go home and sleep? Like, I'm confused. So that's the part where I'm like, it's not your money. So like, like you do, it's not, I mean, I hate to go back to where we started, but it's not like Kenya or whatever. You just had a man basically pay for your salon to open. So, you want it to be great. And that maybe she, like, do you really got to buy him out? I don't think so. So I'm like, girl, so I think she might have other things going on than just working. You know what I mean?
I get that, like, because I did not understand why she was so like heated. Like, what? Why are you coming for Stanbury? Why are you coming for Stanbury? That's your friend. What are we talking about?
And why do you feel like everything is so crazy? You have to get drunk and you're working all these hours. Like, to me, I get it, because I have a business too. So I understand how stressful it is to start a business. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But then again, if you have your ex, you don't have to sleep with him and he's funding your thing, then can't that relieve some of the stress? Maybe we need to see more. Maybe I need a clear understanding of what's going on. But I'm like, girl, you convinced him to pay for everything. Just have him go pay somebody to fix it. Like,
unless this ain't the stress and there's a whole nother stress.
Because I don't think it's about this. Like, that's what everybody's saying. She's so stressed out from this business. And I'm like, you ain't had to go to a bank. You don't have mortgages. You don't have leases. You don't have anything to pay. You don't pay nothing. You just come in and manage stuff while your husband pays your bills, or your ex-husband. So while I get that can be a stressor, I don't know if that's enough to drive you to drink. Like, how is that driving you to drink? Like, that's the part I'm not getting.
If it is just business, you come home, you have 1-2 glasses of wine to mellow you out, you good. But if you gotta get off work and you just down in drinks and you just whoop-de-woo, and you Marty the party girl. It's something different.
Especially when you know all your bills are paid and you ain't got to pay them. Like, I don't even know what kind of stress that is.
Hey, she get more money, more problems. There's stress somewhere. You know, the rich people got rich people problems. So, hey, everybody.
Now, what might be interesting might be if they show this, if it's really no strings attached. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be her stressor. Like, what you really got to do for that money, girl. That's what that's what the inquiring minds want to know. Is he okay with you dating other people? If you start dating somebody else, are you gonna have to get on a payment plan? Like, these are the things we are concerned about for you, Brooke.
And on top of that, it's also about a haircut that I had for my child. Oh shit. I have 2 boys. I've taken them for a haircut. My husband has never, he has complained about situations that happened, but it's not a storyline.
No, but I'm trying to remember, like, when she talked a little bit about it last season. She went into her divorce, how he didn't want to give her anything. I think it has to do maybe with the differences in culture or something. But I don't think she didn't go all the way into it, but there was a scene or two I recall where she specifically was talking about the divorce. So I think she really went through it during the divorce, which leads me to believe that, because I think she was the one who was willing to walk away with nothing, I believe, at first. So I think, he probably did some stuff on there that she's not ready to air on TV, I'm guessing.
Or she drinking because she knows it's about to be aired.
Or she's drinking because she might have to halfway go back to keep that money. That's,
Yeah.
We got a lot to learn for this season. We only on episode 2, so.
Okay, you guys, we shall be back for episode 3 with my girls, exactly, Erica, and Confessions of Reality TV.
Thanks for having me tonight, y'all.
I hope you come back. Because
I have to work next Friday, so I'll be back the following Friday. If that's
or we can double check. Maybe we'll change the day. Is Thursday better?
That's what I'm saying. We can change.
No, it's about the time because I get off at 9.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Well, if you go to, we can change to 10.
I mean, if y'all want me back, I will come. If y'all change the time, I'll be back. I'll have my ass.
All right. Well, we will work it out because it was fun and it was a good time. So yeah,
yes,
it was. All right, everybody, follow us, subscribe to us, give us the money for subscription and reviews.
All
right, everybody. It's Real Houses of Dubai.
Ciao.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.